Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in PBE land, as it is kind of bright and early Sunday morning here in the booth where my but see, listen, last time around we did the Sunday morning stream, I was stuck with just an orange, but my buddy Chadwick here has spiced up the booth. Now, granted, we can't have actual mimosas here in the booth, but he brought some mimosa flavored boost instead, which I could use all the caffeine I can get. But we are ready for some day two of Prospect League. This is see, I'm the boost needs to kick in sooner. Chadwick needs to kick in sooner. How are you more
Sounds like it.
energized than me?
I'm there. Yeah, it is brunch with the PBE, and we have the brand new flavor of mimosa. So yeah, I thought it would be fitting for that. Cram a couple of those down. Maybe get some sausage and some pancakes while you're at it, and
Just no
we'll have
eggs.
enough
It's not in the
energy.
budget.
What's not in the budget?
Just no eggs. Not
Oh,
not
no
not
eggs.
not
That's
not
true.
not in the
Eggs are
budget.
pretty pricey.
Um, but
Yeah,
we'll
maybe
take all
like
the
egg
protein.
substitute. Maybe like fake eggs, powdered eggs. We can
Um,
probably do.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
In both, both me and pass personally, we both pass. We'll just enjoy the mimosa flavored boost. Um, we have 5 games on stream today, and the first and I was telling Chadwick right before the stream because this thought crossed my mind actually last season, and ever since then I've kind of kept an eye out for it. And it just so happened we are going to run into one this year. First is to show you we're going all the way up to I believe it's 22nd. We do have a quick sim day for the first day, and if you're an eagle eye, you may note, you may spot we have a Friday the 13th, and that is where our first game of the day is going to be. And shall I note it's the year 2069. So yes, Friday the 13th in the year 2069. Something will balance out, I would imagine. But we will be watching. That'll be our first game of the day. We do have a day of quick sim. We do have 2 new players to welcome in. We'll welcome them in as we run into them. But with that being said, let's go ahead and advance the day. Ooh,
Ooh, pitcher's duel in the Prospect League. Not often.
1-0. North will beat the South. On the South, Rob Cena the fourth going 1 for 2 with a walk. On the North, Nick the third 2 for 4. Chris Gaines 1 for 4. And then for our pitching, Ritter will take the win. Dudney the loss. Skinstar McKinley the save. Aaron Ritter is your player of the game. East and the West. And we've had a lot of extra inning games, I feel like, early on. This is at least the fifth or sixth one that I can remember. 5-3, East winning in 10. On the East, Pressley Jr. 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 RBIs, also hit a double. On the West, Anderson 3 for 4 with a run scored. And then for the pitching, Ira Moore with the win. Beware strikes the loss. Stuart Hooker is your player of the game. And that takes us up to our first stream game of the day, South versus the North. Coincidentally, both the teams with the 2 new people that I mentioned previously. Um, the prediction is over under total errors and hit by pitch in the game. Over under 4.5. Which, by the way, well, I got a moment. Especially if you're going to be sticking around for our community event directly after this, which is marbles. Please fill out the form if you have not done so yet. Not only for in the event if you redeem 10,000 Twitch points and that way you get your 1 million PBE monies. But also, so if you participate in marbles, I can also pay you your marble money. So make sure you fill out that form. Nope. I would put points in this prediction, but I can't because I made the prediction. So I guess I'm swinging and missing early. It looks like, which you know what, I can just talk to launch angle. You like that segue, didn't you,
Oh,
Chadwick?
nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll work on it. Congratulations, and also welcome back, Master Sheep. Another recreate. Um, just retired Crispy Cream, which is a one of the names that should go. If we had a name Hall of Fame, Chris P. Cream would be in there. Should be in that name Hall of Fame. But now has come back with a hitter, and yeah, it's about as advertised. It's all about the launch angle. Power first baseman for the South. And then on the North, we have Chris Gaines. Welcome to the PBE, Lil Gaines. This is a balanced build, starting at shortstop, but can also play second and third base. But welcome in, as those are our two new players that we have for for today's prospect league. I would imagine tomorrow we'll probably have, I would imagine, a couple more, depending upon retirements and things like that. So, which we will be streaming 3 straight days of Prospect League. I have no idea if even have a co-host tomorrow, but that's a problem for future me. Um, it is common for a reliever not play every game. It is common for that. In fact, actually, hold that thought, because we are going to have in this first game. Where's my thing? We're doing Ask the Booth, so perfect time to ask whatever questions you may have. Um, anybody put? You know what? I'm just gonna get started. I'll
Let's
take
start it.
I'll
Yeah.
take it on the chin in the fact that I didn't do a good prediction today. I'll take that one on the chin. But yeah, so for relief pitchers, especially since this uses modern era strategy, um, relievers most of the time only get maybe an inning. Now, sometimes relief pitchers will pitch back to back, but eventually they will need to excuse excuse me. They'll need to eventually take a breather. Um, in the same instance, it kind of balances out from a how many games you play perspective, because technically speaking, relief pitchers. So I'll give you an example. In fact, let me pull up the index. Because PBE, like the major leagues, just finished their season. Um, so relief pitchers generally play twice as many games, if not a little bit more than that, than than starting pitchers, I should say. So starting pitchers get 27 starts across the 108 games in a PBE season. Um, relief pitchers. So let me go into, and this will vary depending on what team you're on and how they, because some teams will let their starting pitchers just go as far as they can, so the bullpen doesn't get used as much. So it will vary, but what I can tell you, so like for example, um, where is it? So like on in the legends, the top for games pitched was in about the 60 range, so 60 to 62. So like I'll just pick on Capsaicin and Shrub pitched the most games, 62, but they only threw 79 innings. So and then like on the legends, or sorry, the champion side, Cramblin pitched 62, and he has 62 games, but threw 85 and 2/3, compared to, like, if you look at starting pitching, Like Robert Green in 27 starts through 184 and two-thirds innings, but he only played in 27 games. He only got to play in one in every four. So it, in some ways, it kind of balances out, but it's, it depends on how you want to look at it. Yeah, relievers technically throw less innings, but they're in more games. It also depends on like what role you have in the bullpen as well. Whether you could be like the stopper, for example, to where you're in very high leverage situations, you're maybe challenging for saves, or you could be a more back of the bullpen kind of guy coming in when it's like garbage time or it's like the sixth inning or seventh inning, things of that nature. Did I miss anything on that, Chadwick? Anything you want to add?
No, I think you covered it. Yeah.
Great question, though. Great question. Again, it is Ask the Booth. Feel free to pick our brains. Now, granted, just keep in mind, my colleague is a minor league GM. I'm a major league GM. So don't ask us questions to try to get us in trouble. We just work here. As the South is just, they have
Run
turned Friday
Derby.
the 13th into a home run derby. They have gotten the extra point, and we're only in the top of the third.
And a pitching change already.
Well, while we're waiting for questions, because we only get to talk about this once a year. So, and this is the
What?
first time we're in the booth together since it started, because I think it started about a month ago. Yeah, pretty much a month ago. Valentine's Day, I think, was our opening day. College baseball.
Yes.
I am I'm tired, but also in a good mood. Since Hawaii is playing at home, night games start at 11:30, which is coincidentally the same time as the F1 race yesterday. And no, I didn't get to see either of them, or I guess in the baseball game's case, listen to it on the radio. Um, I was knocked out in bed, but I'm happy to wake up to the because Hawaii is playing UC Santa Barbara at home, and Santa Barbara is ranked. They're nationally ranked as yet. How many home runs have we had in this game?
I think that might be 4.
Uh, yeah, I had three or four on my in my mental brain, but they did lose game one 2-1, but then they beat them last night 15-7
Oh,
in
nice.
game two. So today is the rubber match, which thankfully all of my commitments will be done before then. First pitch is at 1:05 Hawaii Standard Time, so that's about 6 o'clock my time. I think I'm done with everything. So great question. Rookie tasks is one. Um, Also, you guys can do. I think we have. I don't know if Punk's in chat. I'm not fully awake, so I hope I don't fumble bumble. Um, oh, actually, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Um,
You have the list. Yeah.
no, no, no. I got something even better because Gaines, I think you had the wrong Discord. I think I saw you yesterday pop into the wrong Discord, and I was wondering if anybody gave you the correct one.
Yeah, I didn't see him pop into that one either.
So
Let
let
me
me
look.
see if I can get you because within the actual, you did get it. Did you get
Oh,
into it?
he
I
did.
didn't
I
see it.
see.
Okay,
He's in there. Yeah.
I'm not fully awake, chat. So if I sound off, that's why. But if you go to TPE, what Punk put up there is one. So like the activity check and the weekly training, those are the two additional things that you can do.
Yes.
And yes, also, well, the free glove and the free weekly training do rope into the rookie task. So if you do all the rookie tasks first, those things should have already been taken care of. Now, if you went through with that being said, though, if you did go through the rookie task and you already did the free weekly training, you can't do another one till Monday because the new week starts on Monday. Just for clarification. So if you
Oh,
already
yeah.
did the free weekly training this week, you can't double dip basically. So your weekly
You can
training's
do
already
one, you have
covered.
to pay for it.
Well, yeah, and also, when you do it on Monday, you will have to pay. It's 500,000 for 3 TPE, which you wouldn't have to worry about because you're going to get 5 million PBE dollars once you are drafted. Because all minor leaguers, like once you first enter the league, like your rookie season, you get 5 million. So
And plus, you get money from your rookie tasks as well.
that as well, yes.
A big chunk of change if you do them all.
And you don't have to wait for that to hit your bank account either. Like your bank account's allowed to go negative, and also our bankers know, like our bankers are very good about knowing, like, okay, this person's new, they're going to get their 5 million and all that stuff, so you won't have to worry about that.
And there we go. Albano.
That's the first time, actually. I don't ever recall one of those bots somehow making it into our chat.
No, I don't. I've
We
never seen
already
one.
have the best viewers. What is this thing talking about? Go kick rocks. Or sorry, this is a baseball league. Go touch grass. Activity check doesn't cost money. Activity check, you just get the TPE, which also activity check you can only do once a week. Just to throw that out there.
Yeah, so good questions from some new users, and we're glad to have you in the league here.
And then one thing I do want to throw out there too, in case anybody, if you get to that point and you're a visual person, now granted, I'm gonna eventually do a new video eventually because we're gonna have a new portal and whatnot. So I would imagine the process is gonna be a little bit different. Or sorry, new form, I should say. But the updating tool, I did do a live, like on stream, demonstration of it, and I did clip it. So it should be
Oh,
within
nice.
our Twitch, the Twitch clips somewhere. If you're looking for it and you can't find it, just let me know. I can always get you the linky link to it. Um, um, well, no, yeah, it would just be the activity check and the weekly training, because everything else they wouldn't be able to do yet. Until the new season rolls over. And the North finally get on the board with probably the fifth or sixth. We should have done over under home runs in the game.
Oh yeah, that would work for sure.
Also, probably, I mean, nobody put any points in the predictions, so nobody technically won or
Yeah,
lost. But no errors in the game yet.
true. And then there's one thing that we didn't mention too is um season 54 rookies can also purchase equipment.
Ooh, I don't. Ooh, you know what? I never thought of that loophole. Because I
I
would
think
imagine you can't buy. Well, no, they wouldn't be able to because the
not
free glove
not until you're drafted though.
until it
But
rolls
once you're
over.
drafted, you can.
Well, yeah, technically, draft and when the season rolls over, I think coincides about this. I think a day or two.
Correct. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, no, that because I was about to say like, how come nobody's ever? Because it just crossed my mind. I was like, how come nobody's ever bought it before? And then that's right, free glove, because everybody gets a free glove, or it was a glove or free glove or bat or something like that. But either way, it was TPE.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that the South was going to get any base hits because it would have been nice to have 13 hits on Friday the 13th.
10
But
to 2 here, yeah.
they wanted to kind of mess with me.
Oh, ouch. I think he took that line drive off his head.
He stayed. Well, there's no injuries. I was about to say he
Yeah.
stayed in, but I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
that's right. We have injuries off. Everybody's invincible in Prospect League. South will win 10-2 in our first game of the day. Bond 345 with the win. Boykins the loss, and Bond 345 is your player of the game. And just because I'm curious, we had Wow, it would have been 0 on all of it.
Yep. No errors, no hit batsman.
Opposite day. Um, and also just because I'm curious, there was 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there was 3, and then the fourth was okay. So it was 4 home runs in this game. No injuries at all. And that's simply because we don't have enough players, um, like actual like human user players. And so if you were to have injuries on in the major leagues, we would probably run into a situation where we'd probably need to put in bots, and nobody wants bots in the major leagues. Minor league teams can have up to 5 bots starting. With or wait, okay, it's been a minute since I've left. I believe it's 5, isn't it? Is it not for the maximum bots you guys can have on a roster, Chadwick?
Yes, I do believe that's correct.
And that too. It all yeah, yeah. Especially if you have a player that like is really like a user who's really into their player, and then all of a sudden they get like that the worst injury because OTP will give career-ending injuries. Like
Yes.
holy crap, that would I could totally imagine some people that happen and they'd just be like, nah, I'm not. I'm done. I'm not participating no more. I'm out. So yeah, that's also a very valid point. Um, the other game on the day, East and West. West almost tried to pull the comeback, but they lose 4-2. Jody Quinn Jr. 1 for 5. Press Suckley Jr. 1 for 4. On the West, not really much offense for our prospects on the West. I mean, I will say Zahn had a home run. He's up to 6 now. Oh, just let him pitch. I mean, I know it's a bot, but still, or sorry, not a bot, a
Third.
legacy player.
Yeah, that's
But
tough.
still, Peregrino with the win, Rich with the loss. Peregrino is your player of the game. And I don't remember. See, I'm a day late, and I'm definitely $1 short. Next 2 days are quick sims
All
and
right.
safety save. All right, south and the north, and oh my gosh, this is already our second 1-0 game of the day.
Wow,
Only
that's
8.
incredible.
We've had more innings than hits in this game. Um, let's see. Any of our let's see. Launch angle going 1 for 4. Rob Cena the fourth drawing a walk. On the north, Nick the third 1 for 4. And that yeah, not much offense to speak of, frankly. Infinity with the win, Barry Balls the loss, Cole Falcon is your it will get the save, and Tim Infinity is your player of the game. Man, imagine if that game was on Friday the 13th. And for the West, it's going to be or West and East. West will win 9-3. On the East, Jody Quinn Jr. 3 for 5 with an RBI. Um, Press Suckley Jr. getting in 2 RBIs, and then on the West, Anderson 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Slate Gray 1 for 3 with a walk, RBI, and a run. McDougal with the win, Corrigan the loss. Matt Phillips is your player of the game. And I want to say this is an off day. Yep. And I believe that takes us to our next game, which is going to be a game we'll be don't worry, we'll have a few more opportunities for Ask the Booth. But for this one, we get to use our vocal chops. Um Shout, you know what? I'll take another stab at making a prediction. I'll make it easy though. I'll make it easy and I'll make it later so we can just get right into this game. We'll do over under runs in the ninth. Over under runs in the ninth. Or we'll do over under 1.5. Or you know what? We'll just do 0.5. In other words, will there be a run scored in the ninth? Well, just to put it simply, and we'll put it for about, we'll do for 5 minutes. And there you go. Now, since I made the prediction, y'all can't make me bankrupt, unfortunately. Hopefully, we'll have a mod tomorrow night and y'all can make me bankrupt. With that being said, we're just going to get right into it. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll start us off.
You're a scholar and a gentleman. Let's get right into it.
All right, so it is our lone user pitcher, Anthony Stover, going to face Winton, get him to ground out for the first out. Napoleon Solo is going to fly out to right field for the second out. Now launch angle. It's going to launch one right to the right fielder. 1-2-3 inning for Anthony Stover. Quinn now is going to strike out against Logan James, the starting pitcher. For the South, I'll bring up Jameson, who's going to ground out to short for 2 down. And now McQueen is going to ground out to the first baseman unassisted there. McCringleberry is going to ground out to third. Couldn't leg it out. Sanders now. Austin is going to foul one off into the foul territory for 2 outs. Now Tejada will strike out on the 1-2, and Stover is cruising early. He'll now be Mint for the Hoopers. Ellie Mint is going to strike out on the full count. Now bring up Sato, who's going to hit the ball down the line of third and leg out an infield single for the first hit of the game. Artema is going to foul off into foul territory. Runners going home. Or back to the dugout, that is. On the stolen base attempt, so the base hit gets them nothing as he's thrown out all the base paths. Quake now. He's going to hit one deep to left field, and it is caught. No, he
just over the wall.
He snuck it over the wall. It's a hurry Quake home run. 1-0 for the lineman. Ryan is going to strike out on the 1-2, and I'll bring up a wrestling superstar batting ninth. And the manager must be scared to ride him in the 9 hole, knowing the beating he could take. Winton is going to drop that in. Solo is going to watch Winton steal second. Solo is going to foul off, and the inning will be over. But the South do get a run on the Quake homer. So it'll be up to Hooper 7-8-9. It'll be Aiden Marcus going to hit one out to left center. It'll be caught. Ransom, the catcher, is going to hit one right to the third baseman for a quick out. Now Press Duckley Jr. will fly out. Did we get rid of the Press Duckleys?
Oh, that's
Duckleys?
right.
That'd be cool. Father and son, I guess.
So
right?
the original creator of
Angle.
Press Duckley has come back,
Yes.
and they have done the Press Duckley Jr. art.
Launch angle flies out. McCringleberry is going to fly out the center. And can we get Sanders to fly out the right to complete the outfield hat trick? No, he'll strike out. So it'll be top of the order for the Hoopers. 1, 2, 3. And they're still facing Logan James. It'll be Jody Quinn. Going to hit that down the line and out. So we have a pair of solo home runs. Joey Quinn Jr. will tie the game up in the bottom of the fourth here. That'll be up to the DH Jameson. He's going to hit a tapper to third, and he will get an infield single. Lightning McQueen is going to, line out to the pitcher. Mint is going to get one to the wall. 1 run will score. Maybe, yes, he will on a double. So Ellie Mint will give the East a 2-1 lead. Sato's going to hit one down the line. The third baseman will make the play. The runner will go to third, though. Artema now will get a base hit. And moving to third, scores a run there. 3-1 for the East. RBI single for Artema, and now Marcus will step in and strike out, but they get 3 runs to the east as we'll head to the top of the 5th. The lineman still facing Stover will be Tejada is going to hit one out. The right center fielder, the right fielder will take it. Quake now, who has a home run, will bloop a single into shallow center for a base hit. 1 out, 1 on for Brendan Ryan. He's going to hit one to right field. That'll be caught. So 2 down, 1 on for Cena, who's going to strike out. And with that, nasbase will guide you home the rest of the way.
Ransom will strike out to start off the bottom of the 5th, and that'll bring up Press Duckley Jr., who will draw the walk. I was telling Chadwick before the stream that we had inside the park home run. It was actually Duckley Jr. who hit it, as that will be a fielder's choice off the bat of Quinn Jr., and Jameson will strike out to end the 5th inning. Top of the order for the South, and Winton will ground out to third. Solo will also ground out to third, bringing up Launch Angle, who will fly out to right. 1-2-3 inning for the South. Still 3-1, as McQueen will lead off the bottom of the 6th with a strikeout. So 1 out for Element, and it's going to be a grounder to the second baseman. 2 outs, as Sato will strike out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the East. Not very many runs or hits in this game as we go to the top of the 7th. McCringleberry will ground out to short for 1 out. Sanders will hit a deep fly ball center field, but that's caught. 2 down. And Tejada will fly out to left to end the inning and take us, or end at the top of the 7th to get us to the stretch. Still 3-1 East lead, as Artema will lead off the bottom half with a pop up to right and caught for out number 1. Marcus with a fly ball to left, out number 2. And Ransom will ground that to short, out number 3. So not much offense the last couple innings. As we go to the 8th, Hurryquake leading off will draw the walk. Ryan will get a base hit to right field, so the tying run is on base with no outs. Rob Cena the 4th, grounded back to the pitcher. There's 1. They're not going to turn 2, so runners in the corners with 1 out, top of the order, and Winton, who will swing and miss. Strike 3 for out number 2. And now Napoleon Solo will draw the walk, so bases loaded, play at every plate for Launch Angle. And that's a base hit up the middle. 1 run scores, second runner coming around, and we are tied. 3-all in the top of the 8th. 2 RBI single for Launch Angle, as McCringleberry will fly out to right for out number 3. We got a brand new ball game going to the bottom of the 8th. Press Duckley Jr. will hit a fly ball to right field, out number 1. Top of the order now, Jody Quinn Jr. will get a base hit to right field. Leading run is on base. Runner going to second, safe. Jameson will bloop that in for a base hit. The runner had to hold up. Oh, he's gonna pass the stop sign. I'm surprised he actually kept running. That's gonna be safe. East get the lead 4-3, and that is deep off the bat of McQueen, but caught at the track, out number 2. And Element will take 1 in the back. Runners at first and second for Sato. Fly ball left field, and that is caught for out number 2, or out number 3, I should say. As we go to the top of the 9th, South came back, but now they got to do it again. It'll be Sanders leading off, and that's hit very well to left, but dies out at the track. Tejada also deep to left down the line, and that is gone. Dinger time for Ishmael Tejada, and we are tied again. 4-all in the top of the 9th. And that'll bring up Hurryquake. And that's going to fall into the gap. Leading run is in scoring position with 1 out. Ryan will fly that out to left. 2 outs. Now Rob Cena the fourth. Fly ball center field, and that is caught for out number 3. It is walk-off territory for the East. We're tied. Both teams 4 runs, 7 hits, and no fumbly bumblies. As we go to the bottom of the 9th, Artemo will strike out. And now Aiden Marcus. Ground ball to third. Out number 2. Ransom swing and a miss, strike 3, and everybody let's say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Free baseball.
Free baseball.
I could do the 10th and we just switch after that. Just flip innings.
Sounds good.
Winton will ground out for the first out. Solo swing and a miss for out number 2. That'll bring up a launch angle. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1, 2, 3 inning. East with another chance to walk it off. Duckley Jr. Base hit to right. Winning run is on base to lead off the inning. Quinn Jr. tries to bunt. There's one. They get the lead runner, but they will not throw it over to first as Jameson will fly out to center field. 2 outs for McQueen. Grounder right to the first baseman, and we will go to an 11th.
All right, McCringleberry will lead it off here against Wyatt. He'll ground out 4-3 for the first out. Sanders, the DH, will step in.
Oh,
And he'll crank one to right field. Will it get there? It will. Austin Sanders, the DH, hits their second home run of the Prospect League season. First hit of the day. And the South take a 5-4 lead in the top of the 11th. Tejada now. Going to hit one to right field, but much shorter for the second out. And now Quake, who has a homer today, is going to strike out. So now the East need a run to tie it up, to force the 12th inning or 2 to win the game. Ellie Mint, facing Exos, is going to fly out to the second baseman. Sato is going to do the same thing. And now it'll be up to Artema to keep this going. Who will hit one to right field? It will be Cox. And the South will take a 5-4 extra inning road win.
Lou Exos is your winning pitcher. Aiden Wyatt will take the loss. Your player of the game, Hurry Quake. I shouldn't have made the comment earlier about all the extra inning games. I jinxed it. Blame the announcer. As wow. This might be the year of the pitcher, it seems like, for Prospect League. 2-1 win for the North. Let's see for our box score here. Slate Gray getting a walk, and that's about it for our prospects. I guess I'll throw out there that Jose 2 for 4. And oh yeah, this is by the way, in case you didn't notice, Chadwick, this is the year where Jose and Brandon Zahn are on the same team.
What? That is cheating.
On the North, Chris Gaines 3 for 4 with a run scored. Munson drawing a walk. Chambers, your winning pitcher. Og with the loss. Chambers, you play the game. Oh, actually, thank you for pointing that out. We did. We did have a run in the 9th. Southworth to the rescue. I totally forgot about it. Oh no, I take back my enthusiasm. I'm sorry. Don't worry. Don't worry, chat. Hummus cannot take the house points anymore, so you don't have to worry about that. I don't know who gets the house money. Maybe it goes to Southworth's punishment fund.
Maybe it should go to upgrades in the booth.
Oh, yes. Can we use it to upgrade the snack table? Like, may I suggest, coffee and donuts?
And boost. More boost.
Specifically coffee flavored boost?
Which we do have. And
I would like to have it with my my apple fritter or my bagel with extra cream cheese. I don't know if I want the everything spice though. Before I get too distracted, oh, good thing oh my gosh. It was a good thing I stopped myself because I was actually about to pull a Don Marcus and click quick play on a game that we were actually going to watch. We're going back to back. Oh yeah, that's right. It's brunch. What am I talking about? Steak and eggs. Can we have steak and eggs at the snack table?
With our mimosa boost. Yeah, that sounds great.
It is Ask the Booth for this one. I forgot we're going back to back. Southworth, are you here? Do you want to get a prediction going? If not, I can get one going. But it is Ask the Booth. We'll do West versus North. We do have after this game two more after this one. We do have a bunch of quick sim days after this. I wish I had time for lunch. Just, again, going to throw it out there. We're going to be going into our community event after this stream, which is marbles, which means that yours truly doesn't really get a break. I get to go teleport or run or I don't know. Do I get transportation? Can we use that for? Can we use some of the house points for transportation for me to go somehow make it to the Marble Studios? Um, so I can have 2 seconds to go take a bite of something. Thank you. Um, oh, we had it happen yesterday. I was so irritated. We had it happen yesterday, and it was like one game too late. Over under game time, um, over under game time 3 hours, and we had a game exactly 3 hours yesterday, but it wasn't the game that we were watching. But you already know I'm going to throw 3 hours and 25 minutes. Ha! Reading is hard. 3 hours and 25 minutes. But I'm still going to do exact time because, why not? I say we could probably let that go to the end of the first inning. I think it'd be
Sure, let's
fine to
start.
let it roll over a little bit. It is Ask the Booth. Feel free to ask us whatever you like, um, as long as it doesn't get us in trouble. I'm like Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined. But I'll pass on the Skittles. I could never get into Skittles. I've never had a kiwi itself. I've had kiwi flavored things, which I know is probably fake kiwi. I've never had an actual kiwi though. Have you ever had an actual kiwi?
Oh, of course. Yeah, what is like I've heard of people like eating the skin? Or are you just talking about
I
eating it with the skin on?
I,
Or
I
actually
must
eating the skin,
I must
Southworth?
admit I'm also not awake enough. So I originally thought I originally
You
wasn't
eat
thinking
the
of the
skin?
fruit.
Well, that's wild. I like the taste of kiwi. It's very good. Very refreshing. The skin, I don't know if I'd even want to. Really, okay, I
Well, if
didn't
it's
know the skin was
edible,
edible.
yeah.
I mean, I know, but it's furry. I guess maybe that's the turnoff for me. I mean, guess I should try it before I knock it, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem right
Well,
to me.
can't you grate
But
off like some of the hairy
but
part?
it is a brunch type of thing. So I like so if I'll kind of reverse ask the booth to all of you out there since this is brunch with PBE. What is your go-to brunch? Food item out there. It looks like for Southworth it's kiwi with skin on.
See if we were in normal times, I would go with the omelet bar. Most brunches have an omelet bar.
Oh yeah, omelet bars are good.
I go
But
spend the
those are now
time there.
like it's like
Stuff it
going to the
up.
gas station.
Oh, if we're talking like gas station food, like I
No,
don't.
I mean like it's like going to the gas station for eggs, right? I mean, if you had an omelet bar, that's an expensive endeavor.
Well, not necessarily because at least where I'm at, a lot of brunches it's just a flat rate. It's like a buffet.
True.
So like you paid for all of it. At least the brunches where that I've
Sure.
ventured over to, that's how they price it out where you don't have to like pay per. Now, if I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
at a
yeah, yeah.
diner, like if I was at like a diner or a place like that having brunch, I see. I just love an omelet. Omelet just gives me everything I want more. But steak and eggs, like I mentioned earlier, would also be right up there. But it'd have to depend on the restaurant though. You just not every restaurant can make a good steak. Let's just
Oh, it's Jose. No, Jose flies out to the warning track. That's okay. Zon's behind him.
I just want to throw it out there though, like even though I know we're not talking about gas station food, like if anybody has a quick trip near them, I gotta say though, they make some pretty
Mhm.
dang good breakfast burritos, even though they call them a taco, which is the only thing that just drives me up a freaking
What?
wall.
They call them tacos, but
So
they're
so
rolled like a burrito?
so tacos are technically burritos. Technically speaking, that's what I
No.
was taught. That's
No,
that's what I
don't
was
make me
told. I was like, no. It's a
don't make
burrito.
me don't make me pull out the AJ food chart.
It's almost like all squares are or I forgot how it goes. All rectangles are squares, all squares are rectangles, and vice versa.
Yes.
I think you've
Maybe.
told me about Scrapple, and I think I keep forgetting to actually. Well, I'm not really a cook, so I feel like you've told me about Scrapple
Oh, JB is one of those
be,
Scrapple people. Yeah, exactly.
because I made a joke about Snapple.
I used to work with a lady from Pennsylvania, and she was always bringing in that Scrapple for breakfast, and I'm like, what is going on? Ooh,
I don't remember what time the game time starts for anybody who wants it because it does show. Well, I don't actually. You know what? I keep forgetting our overlay blocks it. It hides the time. Um,
whoa! They just dropped that fly ball. A routine fly ball. He just dropped it.
but yeah, I can't. I mean, regardless of if it's called a taco or a burrito or whatever the heck it is, it tastes really good.
All right, now JB, do you just like eat Scrapple just like plain? Because that's what gets me. I think I need something to mask all the nastiness that's in there. You put like a gravy on it. You eat it with like some eggs.
Excuse me. At
What's
first, it
your
sounded like you
advice?
said Scrabble. I was like, please don't eat the tiles. I don't think those are
Ooh, Scrabble.
edible.
Yeah, maybe if you're a woodchuck or a termite.
Just if you're gonna eat a letter, eat the Z's or something.
Egg on a sandwich. Okay, so it's like I basically you could kind of treat it as like really nasty spam, but spam is good.
So I, I, well, since we're talking about food, I know this is not something you eat during brunch, but and also it's kind of coincidence because this was actually being talked about in the public parts of our team server. So for those of you who don't know, Daedalus is my co-GM. He is born, raised, and still lives in Ohio.
Okay.
And the basically, for anybody who's especially from like the Cincinnati area, Cincinnati chili. And so I always
Oh
crack
boy.
jokes with him about it, like because there's
Is he,
Skyline and Gold Star, and he's a
is he
Skyline
standing
person.
for some skyline chili?
Um, and so here's what I did not know, because obviously, I've never been to Ohio, so I've never had Cincinnati chili. I
Mm-hmm.
will say this though, I will put this on the record. If I ever do, I will. Oh gosh, I don't remember how many ways it was, but whoever one has it on the spaghetti noodles,
Yeah.
I'll do it that way. Even though me personally, if I have chili, I want with rice.
Chili with rice. Interesting.
Well, it's the same thing as noodles, just a different.
Yeah,
It's not noodles; it's just
I could
rice.
see it. I mean,
I mean, they're
I've
both
seen some
starches,
chili.
and they both don't have flavor on their own.
I've seen it where it
But no.
rice and
So
some
here's
chili.
what throws me off about the chili. Because at first I thought I'm not gonna name drop who the other person is. I mean, if you're in our public server, then y'all can see what I'm talking about. But um, you boil the beef.
Okay.
Like, am I the only one that finds that a little bit odd? Like, like you literally get a pot of boiling water, and you throw beef in it, and you boil it.
I guess because they don't want the grease in it. It kind of removes the grease from the chili.
Well,
You
it's
don't want
supposed to
any.
make the base of the sauce. Then you put in the tomato paste,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
the spices, and there you go. There, You just let it simmer for like 4 hours or something like that. And chili. And I was like, huh? Now I will say this. I don't boil beef when I make my chili. I just brown the beef in the pot. And then I add my liquids and whatnot. I do add masa at the end to my chili. And for those who don't know what masa is, it's corn flour. It's Mexican corn flour. The reason why I add it, it does two things. One, it thickens it up a little bit.
It is a thickener, yeah.
But also because because and I specifically say masa, not corn flour, because if you do masa, oh, there's a pickoff. Um, they add in lime, so it also adds a little acidity. But like obviously the chili, you can't tell there's lime in it, but it
Yeah,
does
yeah, yeah.
add
There's not
a
enough.
little adds a little acidity, brings out the flavors more, while also thickening it up. So that's what I
Interesting.
do. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make this copycat skyline chili. I can't. I just cannot visualize myself with a pot of water and a big thing of ground beef in it boiling. I can't. I don't know. Mentally, I just can't. I can't put it together. I do understand putting cinnamon in chili though. I don't think that's weird. I could totally
No.
get that. It's also why I'm about 33% understanding of the most awkward or what I consider one of the more awkward food combinations here in the middle of Kansas, and that would be excuse me, and that would be chili with a cinnamon roll.
Oh yeah, I was about to bring that up. It's totally works
When I
because it's
first
the
heard
same
about
thing.
this, I was like, okay.
No, dude.
See,
It's
what
legit.
what I would do with chili, like if I had chili and rice, I'll tell you one other thing I would want with that, like as a side, and that
Hmm.
would be a big old thing of cornbread
Yeah.
with some butter. Specific, I mean, if it's honey butter, even better. But I will definitely have cornbread with my chili.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I kind of get cinnamon roll, but
Yep. Have you tried it?
I personally have not.
Oh, you need to. Oh, yeah. So, as I said, as you know, I spent quite a bit of time in Nebraska, right? Just north of Kansas, obviously. So, that was the thing there, too. That when I was growing up, and still to this day, chili and cinnamon rolls. Yep.
Now I want cornbread. Just as an aside, just in the small event that anybody watching our streams in Vegas, if you go to Zippy's in Vegas, which there's one and there's going to be eventually a second one, please go get their cornbread. You will love their cornbread, and if you end up getting their cornbread, even though I'm going to be insanely freaking jealous of you, let me know. So I can kind of live vicariously through you for like 10 seconds, imagining the deliciousness of Zippy's cornbread.
All
Well,
right.
I
We are in the
wish
ninth
there's one
inning
in
here.
Kansas, even though the odds of that happening is I have a better chance of winning the lottery than having a Zippy's here in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. I mean, heck, we're still waiting for well, not sorry, not Pat Mahomes because I was the pitcher. Patrick Mahomes. We're waiting for him to give us our Whataburger that he apparently promised us. Although I'd rather take an In and Out, but that's just
You
me.
promised one in your town?
So he's a franchisee, and he's opened
Yeah.
some in Kansas City, and he said that he's going to
Yeah.
open some here in Wichita, but
Nice.
don't know when that's happening. He hasn't done it yet,
Okay.
and that was like freaking 2 years ago. He's too busy winning Super Bowls and whatnot. Rocker will take the win, Rare the loss. You play the game Benny Rocker, and game time was 3 hours 19 minutes.
Oh man, close. That's pretty close.
Ugh. I'm gonna get it one of these days. I'm gonna get it. I was
Maybe
one
we need to move it
game
around.
too early last time. I'm gonna get it. Oh, by the way, I guess this is the part where I mentioned I declare bankruptcy.
Oh, not
I am the
again.
prospect. You see, I am the prospect league's dogwood. I just bet it all, and you all just take my points. So I fill in the gap while Dogwood does it on the main streams. Oh, by the way, our next stream game is going to be East versus North. East versus North. We do have 3 Quicksand days, and yes, you're correct. He did lose the last one. I didn't watch the like the last 3 Super Bowls, so it I'm neither. I'm a Phillies fan, but I'm not an Eagles fan, and I'm definitely not a Chiefs fan. South wins 5-4. Let's see. Solo 1 for 5. And then Rob Cena the fourth 1 for 2 with 2 walks on the East. Quinn Jr. a walk and a run. And then for our pitching, Dudney with the win, Hooker the loss, Duke Smith will take the save. Hingle McCringleberry is your player of the game. Weast. Is this gonna be like Bucker Wooler all over again?
People are really struggling with that name.
I think listen, I'm one of the few streamers. If I see a name, I'm just gonna go for it. Like all the
Cool.
coves, like Otiho Mizark Cove or Retsnome Collier Cove. And I know I'm forgetting one. There's another very long one that I always have to. It has to be in front of me. It's like Orotno Forbosh Cove. The fact that I'm not even half awake and I was even able
You
to
have
like
those like memorized. That's insane.
that tells you how many coves I've seen. Um, um, Stover will be in the next stream game actually because that's how I planned it today.
Yeah,
So
Big Tink. I think you missed.
you missed the
You
first
came
one,
in.
but
You
you get
came in right after your pitcher got pulled. I think.
but you will get another chance here in a moment. East win 6-3. Or did I read this one I don't remember if I read this. No, I did not. I did not.
You
Um,
just hit the button. So yeah.
East wins 6-3. Launch angle 2 for 4 with their second home run in Prospect League. In fact, they had the home run in the ninth inning. And then Hurry Quick also going 1 for 3 on the East. Not much to speak of for our prospects on the East. For hitting, Peregrino with the win, Blonde 3-4-5 the loss. Aiden Marcus is your player of the game. West in the North, and the North win 3-2. Anderson 3 for 5. Slate Gray 2 for 4 with a run scored. On the North, Nick the third 1 for 4 with an RBI. Chris Gaines 1 for 4 with a home run, and then Munson drawing in an RBI. Boykins with the win, Rich the loss, Skinstar McKinley's save. Amos Rich is your player of the game. And thank you. How many innings will we see a run? Ooh. Ooh. I like that one. I'm
That's
gonna
kind of crazy.
put all 96 of my points. All 96 of them. I'm rich. Not really. Ooh. Help if I click the right thing. All right, West and the South. West win 8-2. Anderson 2 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored. And then for the South, Napoleon Solo 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and a run. Launch angle 3 for 4. For your pitching, McDougal with the win. Infinity loss. Willie McDougal is your player of the game. East and the North, and wow,
Good lord.
they took pitchers duel to a whole another level. Nobody scored any runs till the bottom of the 10th inning, which was I'm going to assume it was a home run. No, walk-off single by Michael Munson. So it was a strikeout, ground out, single, error. Oh, he dropped the fly ball. That would have been perfect for Friday the 13th. Considering there was only there's 15 hits. Well, 15 hits, but only one run in the game. Quinn Jr. 1 for 5. Um, and then for the North, Nick third 1 for 4, and Munson 1 4 with that game-winning RBI. Rusumov will get the win relief. Iramore to take the loss. David Corrigan is your player of the game despite the no decision. And then this next day should be a travel day, or sorry, off day. I don't know why it makes the off days in the middle of a series. Just make it like a travel day. Just bump it up a day. That'll take us to our next game, which will not be asked to Booth. And since I actually remembered, I'm actually awake enough to remember. Since you went first, that means I am first.
If you want to, I mean, this will be our last stream game, right? So I can start to give you a break. Not a problem.
Sure, why not? You're I was about to say a Skettleman and a Galler. Go put that on a t-shirt.
Mm, don't think that will sell much.
Yeah, probably not. Even I wouldn't buy that shirt. So we'll just send it off to a Goodwill, or just donate it. Free stuff, free stuff. Um, how many innings will we see a run? Is your prediction? I yeah, I'll give you like 30 seconds just so I can go hydrate real quick here. Or actually, I'm not even first. I don't know. I just need energy. I guess that's why
Boosh.
that's why I'm going with a wind blowing in from center at 13, by the way.
Ooh.
Just throwing that out there. Too bad is orbiting death here. I still need to find out why the skaters is a sheep. I feel like there's some sort of inner inner meaning to this.
Good question.
Um, for sponsorship purposes, I'm having our new mimosa flavored boost.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. I am actually drinking an energy drink though. Oh god, I need it. All right, let's go ahead and close the prediction. Let's go ahead and get on into our second to last game of the stream, East and the North. And I believe you are going first, correct?
Yes, I will start us off. Chambers is on the mound facing Quinn Jr., who's got 4 home runs already. And it might be 5, but that wind is going to knock that ball down for the first out. Jameson is going to ground out to short for the second out. And now McQueen of the Lightning variety is going to ground out 4-3. And Chambers has a 1-2-3 top of the first. The Skaters, who have a logo of a sheep, will be batting against Anthony Stover. And Stover will walk the leadoff hitter. And they'll bring up Burglary Judge, who's going to ground out into a double play with the pitcher with the quick reflexes. Dub now is going to fly out to right. And with the line out double play, that will be a facing the minimum situation. Element now is going to bang a base hit up the middle, leadoff single. I'll bring up Sato, who's going to pop up to the third baseman on the infield. One down, one on now for Artema, who will draw a 3-1 walk. And the second baseman, Aiden Marcus, will step up. He'll hit one to left center field, but the wind again going to knock that one down. And now Ransom with 2 on, going to hit one onto the infield. The third baseman will catch it. And the wind is keeping this a scoreless game so far, I'd say. Go to the bottom of the second. It'll be 4-5-6 for the North. It'll be Chris Gaines, who's going to hit one through the teeth of the wind, but still can't even get it to the track. Griffin, same thing. Oh, this one, nope. My goodness. Hit the ball on the ground, boys. Lindsay, same thing. Yeah, that wind is going to be a problem. All right, 9-1-2 for the East. Be Press Duckley Jr., who's going to hit one into the wind as well. And it's going to be the first out. Now, Quinn, who's got big power, will get a line drive. That's what you got to do today. Line drives and ground balls. That's a base hit. Jameson will draw a walk. 2 on, 1 out for Lightning McQueen, who's going to strike out in the 2-2. And that'll bring up Ellie Mint, who is going to bloop a single for a run. One run will score. The other runner will stop. They're cornered for Sato. Sato is going to get a base hit. That will score a run. They're cornered again for Artema. Who's going to strike out? But they get 2 runs to the east by hitting line drives and drawing walks. Be 7-8-9 for the north. McCovey is going to strike out. That will bring up Carter. It's going to ground out to the third baseman, and now Munson, the catcher. It's going to jack one in the air, but no, the wind. I think we probably would have had like at least 3 home runs by now if it wasn't for the wind. Holy moly. Aiden Marcus is going to ground out to first with the pitcher covering. Ransom is going to ground out the first, unassisted this time, and now Press Duckley of the junior variety is going to hit it the right field, and we know what's going to happen there. A fly out, and we'll go to the bottom of the fourth, 2-0 in favor of the Hoopers. Nick the third is going to hit one to right for the first out against Stover. Judge now is going to hit one, the right center fielder. Who will get there? It'll be the right fielder. 2 down, and now Dub. Dub will lift one to right field, and it'll be a hat trick of putouts for the right fielder. As we go to the top of the fifth with the East still leading 2-0. Quinn Jr. will hit one down the line to left field. It's going to be fair, even though it landed foul. The animation don't care. That'll be a single. Jameson's going to hit one to deep left, and he carried it out through the wind. Jameson with a 2-run homer through the teeth of the wind. Maybe that's the key, is to hit it down the line. 4-0 now in favor of the East. A 2-run homer. McQueen is going to hit it to right, and that'll drop right in front of the right fielder. So another single there. Element is going to draw a walk, so it looks like Chambers is struggling now. 2 on, nobody out for Sato, who's going to hit the ball to first. The first baseman will stop it, but that'll be an error. Artema get the ball down third. They'll churn the double play, but a run will score. It's 5-0. Runner will be at third with 2 outs for Marcus now, who's going to strike out in the 2-2. So it's 5-0. Nasbase will lead you through Winfest.
Gaines will lead off with a grounder to shortstop, and just because I see it in chat, and I'm going to forget if I don't mention it now, is that's right up against the wind as well. And man, that could have left the park as well off the bat of Griffin, and Lindsay will fly out to right. Marbles is starting whenever we end here, so very highly likely Marbles will be starting early today. Just because I'm not gonna. We're just gonna rate everybody all over, and that's gonna be a lot easier that way. Ransom will strike out to lead off the top of the 6th. Duckley Jr. swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. So as long as you're here, you're fine. You'll make it to Marbles. No worries there, as Quinn Jr. will fly out to center field for the final out of the 6th. Go to the bottom of the 6th now. McCovey, fly ball to right field, and that is caught for out number 1. Carter, fly ball to right, that's out number 2. Munson, swing and a miss, strike 3, and we are going to a 7th. Jameson, leading off, will line that into right field for a base hit. McQueen, fly ball center field, and that is caught for out number 1. Element, ground ball, there's 1. They're not going to turn 2, fielder's choice. 2 outs for Sato. And that will be a ground out. At the stretch, 5-0 East. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Nick the third will fly that out to left for out number 1. And Judge will get the first base hit of the game for the North. We were doing so well. We were being very quiet about it. Nobody here wanted to jinx it. As a Dub will fly out to right, and then Gaines will get a base hit. So runners at first and second with 2 outs, as Griffin will foul out on the third base side. So still 5-0. We go to the eighth. Artema fly ball to right field, more like right center, and that'll be caught for out number 1. And Marcus will lace that down the left field line for extra bases. Runner at second with 1 out. Ransom swing and a miss, strike 3, out number 2. Duckley Jr., I should say, will swing and miss for strike 3, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be 6, 7, 8 due up. Lindsay to the plate. Grounder to first, out number 1. McCovey will fly that out to deep center, 2 outs. Now Lucas Carter, ground ball to the shortstop over to first in time for out number 3. We go to the top of the 9th, still a 5-0 game. Top of the order as Quinn Jr. will strike out, 1 out. Jameson will fly that to deep left and leaping grab at the track. As McQueen will fly that to center field, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 9th. Munson will lead off with a base hit. Nick the third will bloop that in for another base hit. Runners at first and second to lead off the inning. Burglary Judge will fly that to center field. That is caught for out number 1. Runner will not tag. J-Dub fly ball down the left field line. That'll be 2 outs. Gaines, grounder to third, throw to first in time, and the East will get the win 5-0, a combined 4-hitter. Stover will get the win. Chambers lost. Your player of the game, Anthony Stover, 8 shutout innings, only allowing 3 hits. And I want all my points back. Yeah. Well, I guess that means I gotta bet it all on the next prediction. That means I gotta bet it all on the next prediction. Nobody went 1-3 with me. I thought somebody would go with me on that one. Oh my, good thing we didn't stream this game. Or maybe, I mean, 12 innings. What was the walk-off? Oh no. A walk-off passed ball.
Wow. A rough one, huh?
A walk-off passed ball. That reminds me of I'm going to bring it up. Our last stream game of the day is going to be literally on our last day of today's stream, and it's going to be the follow-up to that game, which, by the way, I forgot to read the box score. Shame on me. My bad. I got so distracted with that walk-off pass ball. Slate Gray for the West 2 for 5 with the West's only RBI in the game. On the South, Napoleon Solo 4 for 5 with a walk and a run. Launch Angle drawing a walk. And then Rob Cena the fourth, 2 for 4 with a walk. Cole Falcon the winning pitcher, Chris Gamble the loss, player of the game, Logan James in the no decision. The winner will win by how many runs? Ooh. Okay, I got to bet it all. Hang on. I'm gonna say 5-6. Bet it all. All right. And then West versus South, I believe it's West versus South. And this will be Ask the Booth. Give you all about we got that just got that prediction. We'll give you all about a minute. While we're waiting for y'all to do your predictions, I brought this up. I don't remember which. I didn't bring it up on a Prospect League stream, but I mentioned UC Santa Barbara earlier. in the stream
Gauchos.
just because they're playing Hawaii this weekend. Well, last weekend was the first weekend of Big West Conference play, and Santa Barbara was playing against oh gosh, was I think it was CSUN. And for those who don't know who CSUN is, that'd be Cal State Northridge. Um, in fact, I got pull. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna
Well,
fumble
that's
fumble
Fullerton.
bumble it. Because this was crazy. I remember they were talking about this while I was listening to the Hawaii games last weekend. Um, okay, yeah, it was right. It was Cal State Northridge. They won. So Santa Barbara swept Northridge, but if you were to actually watch the games, you wouldn't know that. Like they were trailing in every single game. Like they had to come back in every single one of them. Like they won by 1 run in game one, two in game two, and one in game three. And it was game one that was the craziest. They went 13 innings. In fact, they had to come back in the bottom of the ninth to even send it to extras. And I remember, and 30 seconds on the prediction, we're going to get right into it. It is also Ask the Booth. I remember our Hawaii radio guy. He was like, Santa Barbara wins 4-3 and 13 in the worst way possible. And like before he even said it, in fact, I'll even ask if I told you that, how would you think they won the game? If I said just the worst way possible, like what would be your first thought? And let's go ahead and close the prediction, please and thanks. Sorry, I'm slowly getting awake and I'm starting to sound bossy. I'm sorry,
Oh no,
Southworth. You're the
was it
best.
maybe like a bases loaded walk or a bases loaded hit by pitch?
Oh my gosh, am I really the only one that thought this? I felt so the moment he said it, I already knew what it was going to be, and I was correct. No, not even really. Wow, that would be a
The
fun
worst
way to
way.
lose. Would be a little league home run. That'd be funny and interesting. A walk off balk.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
Nobody would have. How am I the only one that thought of that?
I mean that you don't even
Or,
really
or the
see
first
that.
thought that came to my mind, at least.
Like, was it a legit? Have we seen a replay? Was it like a legit
I
ball?
don't know if that game was on TV actually,
Okay.
because Big West is not. We're not up there. Like even Hawaii's games, like all three of Hawaii's games this weekend were not on TV,
Yeah.
and I'll admit people were mad about that. Including yours truly, because whenever they're on TV, you can watch it on ESPN Plus.
You think
So,
most of their home games would be on TV?
well, it depends.
Yeah.
So, like in Hawaii, I don't know what Santa Barbara had going on that weekend, but like for Hawaii, for instance, like the reason why we didn't have any, in fact, actually, let me double check. I just want to make sure
The
that I'm
basketball tournament was going on, so the announcers were around or something like that.
so. This weekend in Hawaii, we have what is considered the biggest men's volleyball tournament in all of
Oh,
NCAA. Like we
okay.
host it, like it's our
Yeah.
tournament. So they did a lot. In fact, the men's volleyball team lost to fifth ranked USC last night. It was really sad. But hold on, let me pull up their schedule. But also last weekend, a lot of teams, especially like last weekend, you had a lot of men's basketball still going on, women's basketball still going on.
Sure.
So, like for example, last weekend our radio guy was we for baseball they played at Northridge. No, sorry, not Northridge. Bakersfield. They played
Hmm.
who I guess they want to go by C sub now. I don't know why you'd
Yeah.
go find better marketing. Uh or wait, no, was it Bakersfield? Man, I'm not that awake apparently. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it was Bakersfield last weekend. Or sorry, no, it was not. It was Riverside. I'm sorry, Riverside. So our baseball radio guy is also our basketball radio guy, which is also coincidentally Riverside's baseball guy is also Riverside's basketball guy. Hold that thought
Yeah.
because that's actually going to come back around actually. um, so like Friday, so that weekend, men's basketball was also in California for the final games of the Big West conference, the Big West schedule, and our men's basketball team needed to win one of those two games to make it to the conference tournament because our basketball team is, yeah, not good this year. But so they had a game at Bakersfield and a game at. I'm not going to look up the basketball schedule because I really don't super care. I think it was Bakersfield and Northridge. Yeah, it was Bakersfield and Northridge. Was there another inside the park home run? I heard
No,
the horn go off, but was there another inside the? We had one literally freaking yesterday. Did you see an inside the park home run?
I wasn't paying attention, to be honest.
Loki says he saw it. We'll have to go. Oh my
Well, you can pause
gosh.
it right now and go to the box score. Let's do it.
We should. We really should. Because okay, back to back home runs. Okay, I heard the horn go off. So is the one after the horn? Oh my god. Wow. This time it was McCringleberry.
Wow, the speedster.
Wow. Two. Wow. Okay. 2 days in a row we've had an inside the park home run. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. So our baseball, our poor radio guy. Just to finish my thought real quick. He went from Riverside. He called Friday night's game at Riverside for basketball. Called Friday afternoons, or wait, I'm trying to remember this order here. It was he called both basketball games and two of the three baseball games, basically. Sunday, Sunday was impossible for him to actually call that game. Like he wasn't, or sorry, Saturday. Saturday was impossible because I think the drive from Northridge to Riverside was like an hour or something like that. So it was like, physically impossible. So they had to use the Riverside feed. So if you listen to it in Hawaii, you were listening to the Riverside feed, and that game almost, or actually, the game did go to extras. The game got to the 13th inning, and then finally, the Riverside radio guy was like he cracked a joke, about how they were also on the Hawaii feed, and about how our radio guy was stuck picking between basketball and baseball. Well, Riverside had a basketball game that night, and their baseball guy is their basketball guy. So it got to the point where he was like, I don't know what we're gonna do if this goes another, say, 30 minutes. So it didn't go that far. We lost in extras, but sadly we lost in extras. But part of me would have wanted to see what would have happened if the game got that far. Like, would there just been no baseball audio? Just would be like, cool, we're out of here. Sorry, bye. I've never had that. I've never seen that happen. And it cannot. And it's not like they can't. It's not like they can just stop the baseball game. Like non-conference. If it was non-conference, I bet you they would have stopped it. Because there was some crazy things we talked about it last time around in Prospect League about how some games were cut off because travel and curfews and dumb nonsense, in my opinion. But yeah, so just the life of a radio guy and picking between basketball and baseball. But basketball is pretty much over, so hopefully there will be more baseball on TV eventually once March Madness is over. Which, by the way, I know an announcement hasn't been made yet, but there will be one coming up because I know Selection Sunday is tomorrow. But another community event that always happens is we do have a PBE.
Day of Sunday.
Yeah, tomorrow, right? Or is it? It's not.
Today's
Is it not
Sunday? Is it today's Sunday? Are we crazy?
Oh, today. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm like, what's going on here? Did I miss a day?
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Yeah. Today. Yes. I think I'm my. I made the joke yesterday. I never stream PBE on a Saturday as Jose got a dinger.
Ding dong, Jose.
Um, and so my whole PBE rhythm is all thrown off. Oh gosh, yes, today. I know. So PBE does have a March Madness bracket contest. It does count as a community event as well. I know I will be participating. I mean, we this is garbage time basically. I mean, it's a 7-run game anyway. But real quick, Chadwick, how are you in your March Madness bracket chops? Are you generally pretty good? Do you have
No,
good years, bad years, or are you just generally like on the bottom and you're just like crap? Just tear up my bracket.
be honest, I haven't filled out a bracket in a few years because
What? Are you gonna do one
I
this
just don't.
year?
I don't watch college basketball anymore because it's a pretty terrible product. But that's a whole nother,
What?
set of issues.
Okay, so I must ask then, if you call that terrible product, that means you must really like what the NBA does.
Oh no, the NBA is worse.
Okay, at least we can agree on that.
The NBA is.
We can agree on that at least. I
College is better than the NBA. I agree, but I
okay.
can't.
We
I
can.
just can't.
I will take that and roll with it.
I can't do basketball anymore for whatever reason.
But I always look forward to brackets. I in fact I think I have to go back and look. I think last year I almost won last year, or did I win last year? I think I won our pool last year. If I either that or I got second.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
one season I was in the top 0.5%. I'll never forget that year either. I was literally the only one in my pool, even because this was back when I was in high school. So it was me and like a few people, high school classmates, basketball, the baseball team, things like that. That was the year that Kemba Walker graduated from UConn,
Okay.
which God is forever and a half ago. It feels like, and that was the year that he had like two buzzer beaters in the Big East tournament and got UConn the auto bid, even though they were going to make it in anyway. And so I was like, you know what? I ride with Kemba. So I took UConn all the way through. They were my champion and everything, and they won that year. They won that year, and I was the only one in my pool to have UConn. I think the next popular one that was around when Ohio State. Don't tell my co-GM I said this. This is when Ohio State was also pretty good at basketball, and then you had your usual, Duke, North Carolina, all the blue bloods mixed into that too. But I was the only one that picked UConn. Now, am I picking UConn this year? Probably not. I'm probably not picking UConn this year. If I had to be upfront, part part of me wants to pick St. John's, but the other part of me is like, I don't know, like because
Oh
For
Lord.
those who don't know, St. John's hired Rick Pitino. And St. John's is arguably one of the best teams in the country. In fact, they won the Big East tournament this year. Um, and I think they had their first 30-win season in like 50 years. Like, but then on the other hand, you have Duke, where I would imagine Duke's going to probably, even though Cooper Flag is injured, and yes, this is a baseball stream, and yes, I am talking about basketball, but it is 15-2. That's my excuse. I'm gonna stick with it. Um, even though Cooper Flag's injured, I don't know. Usually when I do brackets, even though I personally don't watch a lot of college basketball, but I do see a lot of news relating to college basketball, and I do tend to look and read it and whatnot. So I'm not even like, I think I've watched a total, like, if you add all the bits and pieces together, probably a total of maybe one or two basketball games this year. So I could be totally wrong, but usually when I do a bracket, I look at it, I kind of think through who I've been hearing a lot during the season. I kind of roll with it that way. Just don't do a bracket contest for X. I don't know if you've heard about this. I don't know if anybody's heard about this. I heard about this yesterday. If you get I guess X is having or sorry, the other day. Today is Sunday. I keep thinking today's Saturday. Don't ask me why. But I heard about this on Friday. But if you get a perfect bracket, If you participate in X's bracket contest, you get a perfect bracket. You have a choice of 2 prizes. Chadwick, you want to guess what the prizes, what your choices are, what the two prizes could be?
One is probably like a premium account.
Oh God,
Why?
that would probably
Or
be the worst.
would that be worse than what they were given?
So you said a premium account.
Yeah, like get yourself verified and all that
Yeah, and
stuff for
then for
free.
a perfect March Madness bracket,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
3,000 TP. So you have two
oh,
options.
they're giving away TPE. We should
So
enter
so
then.
so for those who don't know, the odds of you getting a perfect bracket in March Madness
Like
is
impossible.
it's like one in like billions, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly. I don't know the exact number, but it's so high, nobody knows. It's never happened. The two choices as this game is finally wrapped up. Dudney with the win, Rocker with the loss. Launch Angle is your player of the game, hitting 2 home runs in this one. And McCringleberry had a legit traditional home run after his inside the park home run. Did I win that? Okay. I declared bankruptcy. Oh, the house won.
Again? What?
Oof. Oof. Just a bit outside. The two choices are either $250,000, which personally is like super low. Like they used to be $1 billion perfect bracket contest because that's how like hard it is for it to happen.
Yeah.
The other prize, and no, I'm not joking, and I don't know how many people. I don't know if it's just you or if you could bring a friend. A flight to Mars.
Oh.
I pass on both accounts. I pass on both accounts. Our final box score of the day, North being the East, 2-1. Jody Quinn Jr. 2 for 3 with a run scored. Press Luckley Jr. 1 for 4. And then on the North, Nick the Third 1 for 2 with a walk, RBI, and a run scored. Chris Gaines 2 for 4. And then for our pitching, Ultimo Khan with the win. Bart. Oh yeah, I'm surprised you have not noticed this name yet. Have you not noticed Barto O Cologne?
Bartolo O'Colon?
No. Barto
Bartolo
Barto O
Cologne.
Cologne.
Yeah.
Such a great name. Such a great name. Skidstar McKinley with the save. Aaron Ritter is your player of the game.
I'm trying to close this prediction. What happened here?
Are you excited for marbles? Nice. Let me go ahead and
Oh, did I close
because
the
I am gonna
prediction?
forget this step. Let me just do this now.
Oh,
While
looks
this
like I
is
did.
while this is doing its thing, if you are here, do me a favor. If you have not done this yet, I have a gazillion things in front of me. So to answer your question politely, no.
I've tried. Did I? I
If
thought
you
I
are going to
closed it.
stick around with me and participate in marbles, please, if you have not done so, please do me a favor. Because listen, I may not have time to go searching, figuring out who's who. Please fill out that Google form. Please fill out that Google form. Um, but yes, we will be transitioning over to marbles. It will be on my channel since we can't technically do marbles through the PBE channel, unfortunately, just for technical reasons. Um, but there will be kind of a little bit of a minute gap just because I need to switch stuff over on my side, get that stream going. So as long as you are here, you have the stream open, you're in chat. Even though the stream itself in front of you is going to stop, you will still will raid you on over. So you all should be with part of the raid. If not, like let's say for example, something weird happens and Twitch decides to be Twitch. This is where marbles is going to be at, just in case. Not self promoting myself or anything like that, but that's where it's going to be in case something weird happens with the raid. I think I got everything on that. Um, and actually, we're not starting super early. Like it's gonna be well. I'm gonna take. It's gonna. My starting screen's like 10 minutes long, so we're gonna mostly start on time. I'll show you the standings though real quick, and oh my, this has tightened up considerably. First to last is only 2 games out, so still lots and lots of jockeying around to happen in Prospect League. Next Prospect League stream will be tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I will be hosting. I don't know if I have a co-host tomorrow. Stay tuned, TBD. And then we'll be back for more Prospect League on Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern with myself and possibly someone else. I don't have the schedule in front of me actually, so I'm just going off of memory. Um, Playoff week this week. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, round 1 of playoffs. Thursday night, semifinals. This coming Saturday, not yesterday, Saturday. Yesterday is Sunday. Mostly saying that for myself. World Series Saturday, this Saturday. Minor League World Series in the morning/afternoon. Major League World Series at night. The nightcap, and then we'll get into what's going on the following week when we get there. Chadwick, any final thoughts?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a busy week, and I'm going to give everybody a few more seconds here. Vote yes on marbles to get some free points, courtesy of Southworth. So I'm going to end this prediction here before we end the stream.
And it gives me a chance to actually open up some other stuff while I'm getting marbles ready in the background.
Yeah, so I want to give you a countdown: 10, 9, 8, 7. Hurry up! 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if we had a soundboard, I'd ring a gong, but we don't have a gong, so boom. Choose outcome. Let's go with yes. It won't let me do it. Oh, there we go. Yes. And there we go. Congratulations, everybody. And thank you, Southworth, for the donation.
Nice. What are you looking for, MJ?
Probably the prediction.
Oh yeah, if you're looking for a prediction, it's up already.
It's gone.
All right, let's go ahead. Okay, so we're gonna end the stream here. If you stick around, get you rated over to marbles here in a minute or two. I am a little bit more awake. Thank you to Chadwick for bringing in our mimosa flavored boost. Now, hopefully, next time we have a Sunday stream with all the points the house won, maybe we'll have food, food at the snack table potentially. I will see you all here in a few minutes for marbles. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you all later.